Hello everyone, it's Lani, your tip queen, here with a top 5. Now, I've never done one of these before, but I wanted to do one on something that I spent a lot of time running in the background of my work computer. But again, no makeup except for what's left over from yesterday. It wouldn't come off my eyes because I'm giving my face a break. But today, I wanted to talk about my top 5 incremental games. Now, these games are mostly clicker games. Some of them are a little more complicated than that. But I really like incremental games. Like, I have an unhealthy obsession. But hopefully I can now pass it on to you and thus continue the curse. Anyways, starting with number 1, Candy Box 1. Now, this game I find pretty enjoyable. Lots of clicking at first, getting those candies, figuring out to throw them on the ground, eat them, and then you get lollipops. And then you can go on little quests, and I really love the ASCII animations, I guess you'd call them. And, the game builds up on itself, and it's got kind of like a cheeky little sense of humor. So, yeah, I highly recommend this if you've got, time to kill and you just want something to do in the background of your computer. Now, number 4. Following right along the veins of Candy Box 1, it's Candy Box 2. Sorry, I consider this cheating, but the games are so different from each other, I think they both qualify as different entries. The Candy Box got a whole upgrade. There's now a town, there's a world map. It's still got the same basic principles, but it's a lot more fun, a lot more involved, and I really like it. There are all sorts of different monsters you can fight, there's dungeons you have to get through, and Lollipop Farm is, there's a lot more choices. You can even have lolligators, I think they're called. So, yeah, I highly recommend it. It's a slightly more involved Candy Box 1. It's still not like, oh, you spent so much time working on it, and it's not the most involved game. But, for something to have in the background of your computer while you're working or to distract you from a really long day, A+, 10 out of 10. And now, for number 2. Now, this next entry was actually originally first at the bottom of my list. Bottom of a top 5, still pretty impressive, though. But anyways, however, they had an update, like, 3 months ago-ish, maybe even 4, and all of a sudden, it shot up to 3rd place for me, because it basically, cookie clicker is where you click on a cookie, and you bake cookies, and you can buy power-ups that let you bake more cookies, and other power-ups that make you bake more cookies, and there are effects and all this stuff. But now, as you gain cookies, you gain levels, and then you can ascend, and each time you ascend, you can get new powers, and there's a cookie dragon, and there's a grandma apocalypse. Spoilers, I guess. But anyways, it's just a really fun game. It's really just highly enjoyable. Would recommend. 10 out of 10. And it's great because, you can leave it for long periods of time and then come back and buy a lot of things. There are golden cookies, so there's a reason to be a constant clicker if you are. But, yeah, highly recommend Cookie Clicker. That's how I got started on this whole thing. And now, number 2. Crank. That sounds like some sort of weird drug movie or video game, but it's not. It's this really cool incremental game where you start off, you're just in the factory, and you're just turning this crank. And eventually, more and more things unlock, more and more things lock. And I don't want to spoil anything, but there's definitely a huge story. I haven't beaten it yet. I'm translated 18 out of 19 messages, and I don't want to give away the plot, but basically, it's a very involved game. There are battles in it. There's all sorts of great facets, and you don't realize it at first. At first, it's just you're turning a crank. And so if you like really more involved incremental games where there's actually a lot of choices to make, a lot of different paths you can take, and a sense of morality, definitely recommend Crank. So I will put the link in the description down below, and hopefully you can enjoy it and tell me if you like it or not. Yeah. And now, Number 1. Prosperity. Now, I ran into this game because I googled incremental games like Candy Box a couple months ago. It's great. Now, it is a beta, so there's still much more to be added, and it'll be added more quickly if the developer can turn this into a running form of income. Because right now he just relies on donations. But this game, it's just a browser game. All of these games are browser games. It's just so good. You start off as you're just a person. I don't want to spoil anything, but basically there's a warlord, and you start this little town of refugees, and it starts with just you and a kid, and it just grows and grows and grows from there. There's like agricultural paths, and all sorts of different ways you can go. There's food, there's planting resources, planting jobs, building military, attacks. It's got resource management in there, as well as planning, because you've got to make sure you can deal with disease, have enough food. You've got to balance happiness points and resources. And again, it's just a beta. It's got a lot more to grow, and the developer has a lot more planned. So I am really excited to see where this goes, and I highly recommend you check it out as well. And if you like it as much as I did, please donate. So yeah, that was Alani's top 5 incremental games that you can play in your browser. Hopefully they can help you waste your time just as much as I do. Anyways, I hope you have a great week, and please be safe. Bye!
Thank you so much for watching, and if you'd like to see more of my work in cosplay, feel free to follow my Facebook page at facebook.com/theAlanaLeilani. And if you like this video, feel free to drop a comment or like it, or even better yet, subscribe! Other than that, I hope you're safe and you have a great day. Bye!